Hello friends, welcome to UK Care World. Today we will learn about Report of Incidents. Let's start.
You've probably heard the acronym RIDDOR thrown around in safety meetings, right? It's a really crucial part of UK workplace law, but let's be honest, it can feel a little intimidating. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify it for you, breaking down exactly what you need to know.
Okay, so when an accident happens at work, you often end up with a form like this. Looks like basic paperwork, doesn't it? But it is so much more than that. Every single report tells a story, and what happens next, how that story gets used, is what can stop it from ever happening again. It's all about turning an unfortunate incident into powerful intelligence.
So let's start at the very beginning. What in the world is RIDDOR, and why does it even exist? What's its main goal?
And there it is, in all its official glory. RIDDOR stands for the Reporting of Injuries, Diseases, and Dangerous Occurrences Regulations 2013. That's a mouthful, I know. It's what's called a statutory instrument, which is really just a formal way of saying it's the law. This sets out your legal duty for reporting certain things that go wrong in the workplace.
You know, the best way to think about RIDR is as the nation's workplace safety nervous system. Seriously. By making sure these incidents are reported, the Health and Safety Executive, the HSE, can collect all this data and start to spot national trends. Are certain injuries popping up more in one industry? Is a new machine causing issues? This data is what allows them to target prevention strategies and ultimately make all of our workplaces safer.
All right, this brings us to the really crucial questions. Who is actually legally on the hook for reporting? And what kind of incident is serious enough that you have to file a report? Let's get into it.
First and foremost, we're talking about employers. If you employ anyone, and that means full-time, part-time, contract workers, even agency staff, you have a legal duty to report certain incidents that happen to them while they're on the job. And hey, it's not just for big companies with hundreds of staff. If you're self-employed, the responsibility falls on you. You have to report injuries or work-related diseases that you get as a direct result of your own work.
Now this one is key, and it's one that people sometimes forget. The person who is in control of a work premises, think a site manager or a building's facility manager, they have to report incidents that involve people who don't work for them. We're talking about members of the public, visitors, or customers who get hurt because of a work activity happening on that site.
So what actually needs to get reported? Well, RIDDOR lays out 6 major categories. It's a whole spectrum, really, covering everything from the absolute most severe outcomes, like a fatality, all the way down to those critical near misses where nobody got hurt at all. Let's break them down. Okay, a really common point of confusion is the difference between these injury types. Think of it like this. Specified injuries are a specific list of serious things, like fractures, but not fingers and toes, amputations, or severe burns. These are the big ones that have to be reported right away. Then you have over 7-day injuries. That's when someone is out of action, unable to do their normal job for more than a week straight. You get a little more time to report those. This next category, this might just be one of the most powerful parts of RIDDOR. We're talking about dangerous occurrences. These are the near misses, right? The high-risk events where something went terribly wrong, but by some miracle, no one was actually hurt. Reporting these is absolutely vital because they are a golden opportunity to learn and prevent a real tragedy down the line. I mean, think about it. The collapse of a huge piece of scaffolding, a crane cable snapping, a major chemical spill, or an electrical fire that almost took hold. Even if not a single person gets a scratch, these are all examples of dangerous occurrences that must be reported. The whole point is to find out why it happened and fix it before your luck runs out.
And just to complete the picture, of course, any death that is work-related has to be reported immediately. The same goes for certain occupational diseases like carpal tunnel or occupational asthma as soon as a doctor diagnoses it. And remember that person in control of the premises? Well, if a visitor gets hurt and has to be taken straight to the hospital for treatment, yep, that's reportable too.
Okay, so you've figured out an incident is reportable. What now? Let's dive into the practical side of this. What do you actually have to do and, crucially, how fast you have to do it? The process itself is actually designed to be pretty simple. Step 1. Get your facts straight. Gather all the details as accurately as you can. Step 2. Head over to the official HSE website, and Step 3. Find the right online form for your incident, fill it out, and submit it. That's it. Every report goes through the HSE's official online portal. It's set up to guide you to the right form, whether you're reporting an injury, a dangerous occurrence, or a disease.
Using their online system just makes sure that all the necessary info is captured in the right way every time.
Now, let's talk about a really crucial point, timeliness. For the most serious incidents, we're talking deaths, specified injuries, and dangerous occurrences, the report must be made without delay. That basically means as soon as you possibly can. But for those over 7-day injuries, you have a bit more breathing room, a 15-day window from the date of the incident to get that report filed.
So, we have to talk about what happens if these rules aren't followed, because this isn't just about best practice or, being a good company. This is a legal requirement, and the consequences for not complying are really, really serious.
Let me be absolutely crystal clear on this. Failing to submit a RIDDOR report when you're required to is not a slap on the wrist. It's not a civil matter. It is a criminal offense, and that elevates this to a whole different level of responsibility.
The number one penalty for getting a conviction is a fine. And this is the part you really need to hear. Those fines are unlimited. That means a court can impose a financial penalty that they feel reflects just how serious the breach was, and they can factor in the size of your company. We're talking fines that can potentially reach millions of pounds.
But it doesn't even stop with the fines. Non-compliance can lead to a full-blown prosecution in court. It can seriously damage your position in any civil claims for compensation. You can bet your insurance premiums will go up. And honestly, in today's world, the damage to your company's reputation can be one of the most expensive consequences of all.
So as we wrap this up, it's so important to see RIDDOR not as some annoying burden or just another box-ticking exercise. It's a framework. It's designed to help us all build a positive, proactive safety culture where every single incident is a chance to learn and get better, protecting everyone from harm in the future.
And that really leaves us with one final thought. Submitting the form is the legal requirement, sure, but the real, meaningful work starts after that report is filed. So the question to take back to your own workplace is this. Is a RIDDOR report the finish line for you, or is it the starting block for making things genuinely safer?